Konami class. Welcome to our lesson for today. Welcome to our lesson for today. How are we all doing on this fine day? Konami class, Konami. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm late, teacher. What is the punishment? None. I was late too. Teacher, may I use the restroom? No. No. Sorry, I'm late. I was just doing some homework. You should have done it the night before. Should have done it the night before. Sorry, Sensei, can I sleep during class? No. Not allowed. You have to pay attention for as long as it lasts, okay? As long as it lasts. We might experience an interruption in class at some point due to the fact that a brief spat happened earlier with the dogs, and so someone got mad. They left. They might come back to the house tonight. We'll find out. Oh, we might find out. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We love things happening before stream, am I right? Especially when I spent 6 hours prepping for stream. But hopefully it's fine. Okay. So, love to see it. It's my favorite. Yeah, I spent 6 hours prepping. So I would really hate to have all that work be ruined. I would just hate it. It would be just the worst. Oh, God. Alright. Alright, are we ready, class? Are you ready to start our lesson for today? Imagine not doing your work 5 minutes before it's due. I mean, I was done, what, 15 minutes before? 15 minutes before it was due? Technically. Technically. Yes, we're ready? Okay, alright. Absolutely not, but please continue. Get ready. Get ready. Gamer Bottle's ready. You can't leave class once it starts. What happens if I forgot my homework? I didn't give any homework, so it's okay. I didn't give any homework, it's okay. Will there be a quiz? There will be at the end. See? Our pinned message. Please be ready to decide on and share your best boy at the end of class. So, that's our quiz. That's our quiz at the end. You gotta be ready. What if the fire drill goes off, Nami-sensei? We die. We stay in class and we die. I think that's a pretty good solution, right? Good thing I already have a best boy. Aww. Ooh, Sensei, can I use the bathroom? No. Imagine I have now shackled you to your desk. You cannot leave. You cannot leave. You are here until class is done. I'm into that kind of thing? Well, congrats. Congrats. Wait, Nami-sensei, what class are we in? I forgot. Mine. Mine. Although I will probably never do another stream like this because, my God, 6 hours of work. 6 hours of work. Was an awful lot. It was an awful lot. What are you gonna do if I try to leave? Well, if you want to leave, you're gonna have to, like, saw your leg off. So, that's your decision. That's your decision. I will not call the ambulance. Are you the substitute teacher? No. This is my class, my school. I run the whole place. Is our table glued to the floor? It's bolted. It's bolted to the floor. Are you sure this is a class and not Saw? I mean, Saw 1 is the best one. Saw 1 is the best one. So, can you really be upset if you're in the best Saw movie? Anyways, today's lesson is going to be on Twisted Wonderland. It is a beautiful mind child created by Yana Toboso of Black Butler fame, the mangaka behind Black Butler. So, if you see some of these designs and you're like, that looks very Black Butler-ish, that is why. That is why. Miss Yana Toboso. Here's money. Can I go to the restroom now? I need a bigger bribe than that. Sorry. Need a bigger bribe than that. Twisted Wonderland is a mobile game. It has gacha, battles, and rhythm game aspects. As a rhythm game aspects, raise his hand. Yes, what is your question? But thank you, Zavi. Thank you, Zavi. I will actually thank you for that. Thank you. Are you gonna get off the screen? Thank you. How much we speak in? I don't know. I don't know. Is this stream sponsored? I wish. I wish it was. No, I just really like it. Oh, thank you, Kirikaya. Thank you so much for that donation. Arigato. Just wanted to say I did not read up on anything last night, Sensei. Well, this is a very comprehensive lecture. You are in good hands. You are in very good hands. Yeah, I made it smaller. It's very big. Nami Sensei, is there waifus as well as husbandos? No, husbandos only. This is a boys only school. When do we have recess? Never. Sensei, yes. Yes, my dear. What is your question? Advertising without sponsorship. Damn, I really like it. I really like it. Twist, let's go. Hi, Paladin. Hi, Paladin. Well, the school in Twisted Wonderland is boys only. That's what I'm saying, you know? Is this Ogi or more? You know, I can give you a gamer bottle for that one. Is that acceptable for you, Zavi? Will you use a gamer bottle? And thank you for the donation. Think I'm about to puke? Unfortunate. Hold it in. Hold it in. Do we get low grades if our best boy is different than yours? No. I'm gonna do my very best to give this lesson as unbiased as possible. It is difficult, but I did my very best to make my notes so that they would not skew to show too much bias. But if I go off from not what I have on my notes, then maybe a little bit will show up. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that. But I will plainly say what my best boy is. And I will probably be suspicious if you all say that he's also your best boy. So, you know, give us your real answers. All right? All right? I accept the gamer bottle. Well, I'm glad. Did I get an extra mark if I guess Sensei's best boy? No, because I've said it before. I've said it before. No, like, it was 6 hours. I think I spent like 30 minutes getting the classroom stuff set up. And then the rest of it was spent going through and taking notes on every single thing and everyone, and they're even in shorthand, and it's still like 1,200 words. And then it was making our lovely slideshow that you will now see. Welcome to Night Raven College. Where's my pointer? Pointer? Doko? Welcome to Night Raven College. I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Can make a poll by the end. There's like 22 boys, okay? I'm gonna have to go elsewhere for a poll. I can't do it on YouTube. But we will work on that. We will work on that. This is Night Raven College. This is the main setting in which Twisted Wonderland takes place. And our lovely school is run by Dyer Crowley. He is the headmaster of Night Raven College. And Night Raven College can be found here on the Isle of Sages. Isle of the Sages. That is where Night Raven's College takes place or exists. I think it's up here. And then down here is their rival school, Royal Sword Academy, which you can see right here. We will not be covering Royal Sword Academy students tonight because frankly, it would be too much work. They're not important. Just forget them. We're focusing on Night Raven College, okay? So, here is an overview of, let me make sure everything's locked. That needs to be locked. That needs to be locked. Lock, lock, lock. Yes, yes, okay. All right. This is the grounds of Night Raven College. Let me move a little bit. Here's a big overview of the grounds of Night Raven College. At Night Raven College, there are 7 dorms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them. As you can see here, by their crest. We have Heartslabyul, Savannaclaw, Octavinelle, Scarabia, Diasomnia, Pomefiore, and Ignihyde. 7 dorms. And I could not begin to tell you where all the dorms are on this map. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. They are styled after the Great 7 in this world. And you are sorted into a dorm based on the qualities of your soul. So whatever dorm you match, you are sorted into it by the mirror. You dig Ignihyde? It's a pretty cool one. Octabanner's pretty. Yeah, Octavinelle's pretty cool too. I mean, they're all pretty cool dorms. They're all pretty cool dorms. Let's be real. Let's be real. A dorm am I sorted into? Well, you can decide that once we get through all of them. You can kind of sort that out for yourself, right? I'm not the magic mirror, unfortunately. Unfortunately. All right. So, here is an important part of Night Raven College and the education that takes place there. It is a school for magicians. You have to have great magical talent to be invited to enroll in Night Raven College. And a very important thing that all students receive is a magical pin. The magical pin is a very important artifact that each student must have in order to keep them from going into what is called overblot. Overblot is when a magician overexerts themselves by using too much of their magic at once, and it darkens their soul, and they go into a crazed form that can kill them if they are not snapped out of it. The magical pin absorbs the darkness that occurs whenever using magic, but it can be overflowed, and you can still go into overblot. But it is a safety measure that is given to all students of Night Raven College. So it is very important to keep your magical pin on you at all times. at all times. It is just a pin, but it has a magic crystal on it, okay? It's your magical pin. Very important. Very important. So, we shall go over our first dorm now. Heartslabyul. This is Heartslabyul. As you can see, this is the dorm grounds, and this is the crest of the dorm. It is founded on the severity of the Queen of Hearts. They are quite strict about rules, and they make sure that things are perfectly to order. So, Heartslabyul is our very first dorm that we meet in the game. It is our first chapter or episode in the game after the prologue. And it has the highest number of students in it as far as named students. In Heartslabyul, you will find our dorm leader, Riddle Rosehearts. Look at him, cute, adorable, perfect. Beautiful little rose, beautiful little eyes, grumpy little face, adorable crown, lovely red hair, and you'll see that his ahoke is in the shape of a heart. This is Riddle Rosehearts, the dorm leader of Heartslabyul. He is 17. His birthday is August 24th. He is 160 centimeters, and he is a second-year student. In fact, Riddle Rosehearts is quite an exemplary student because of the fact that he became the dorm leader in his first week, essentially, of being at the school. He challenged the previous dorm leader to a battle and won, so he became the dorm leader in his first year of school, which is very unheard of. He is very strict, and he makes sure that you will follow the rules exactly as the Queen of Hearts laid them out, because that is what this dorm takes pride in. He looks like he would be an Imoto. No, he's very strict, okay? He's very strict. Don't underestimate him. He's very powerful. A very, very powerful magician. Very powerful magician. And put his crown on the top shelf. You can't take it from him. So, let's have a closer look at Mr. Riddle. Would you like to come out? Look at him. Here he is in his dorm uniform. Riddle Rosehearts. You can see that their dorm has a waistcoat in red. He wears his tie in a bow formation, and there's his magical pin. And for their dorm, they have a red ribbon on the sleeve. Mr. Riddle Rosehearts, everyone. Thank you for coming out. You may return. Let's go over more of Riddle. Uh-oh, it's a little behind my head. You guys will see. I'll tell you. He is right-handed. His favorite food is strawberry tarts. And his hobby is caring for hedgehogs. He's got a little soft spot for them. Now, each magician in this world has what is known as unique magic. It is a magical ability that only that magician can perform. So, let's find out what Riddle's is. Riddle's unique magic is called Off With Your Head. It is an ability that creates a collar, as you see here, that seals away magic until he takes it off. So, whenever he places it on someone, they can no longer use their magic. And, being in the first episode of the game, Riddle has experienced Overblot. Here is his Overblot form. In fact, let's get him to move up for you so you can see the full thing. This is Riddle's Overblot form. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. Look at all the lovely inky details and the flowers and... Oh, super cool. Super cool, Riddle, but you should probably try not to go into Overblot, okay? Okay, Riddle? You can go back. He's got heels? Yes, he does have heels. He does have heels. Now, I will share some of my favorite Riddle cards. there is this one for his birthday. Is he not so cute? Don't you just want to pinch his little cheeks? And then there is this one, which is his Halloween outfit. I quite like the pose. All right. All right. So let's move on to our second Heartslabyul student. Our second Heartslabyul student is our vice dorm leader, Trey Clover. Here you can see that he has a little club mark on his face. He wears a little hat, he's got glasses, and he's got green hair and a little sassy attitude. He is the vice dorm leader of Heartslabyul, and he is childhood friend to Riddle and Royal Sword Academy student Chenya, who you will not be learning about tonight, but he is basically the Cheshire Cat. Oh, I forgot to say, Riddle is obviously based off of the Queen of Hearts. The remaining Heartslabyul students are based off of the different card suits. The different card suits. So, Trey is 18. His birthday is October 25th. His height is 181 centimeters. And he is a third-year student, so he is in his last year of class at Night Raven College. Let's have him come out so you guys can get a better look at him. Whoopsies, wrong one. There we go. Let me... I want to make sure that that won't keep happening. Hold on. Doot, doot. I had this organized. Is this also messed up? No. Alright, it was just that one. Alright. So, this is Trey. Here he is in his dorm uniform. His red waistcoat. He wears his tie the proper way. He wears his jacket open. And he has the little ribbon. You may return, Trey. So, let us learn more about Trey Clover. He is right-handed. His favorite food is candied violets. His hobby is brushing his teeth. I'm not making this up. His hobby is brushing his teeth. I saw it earlier whenever I was taking my notes, and I was like, why is his hobby brushing his teeth? His hobby is brushing his teeth because of the fact that his family owns and runs a bakery, so his parents made sure that they took good care of their teeth. They take good care of their teeth. Dental care is trained into them, I guess you would say. So he also makes sure that the other dorm students of Heartslabyul take good care of their teeth. He is bad at singing, at his own admittance, and he is also known for his baking. All of the strawberry tarts and anything else that is made or baked good in Heartslabyul is probably from Trey's hands. Let us talk about his unique magic. Trey's unique magic is called Doodle Suit. Doodle Suit. It can overwrite things with what one imagines. Which is to say, it can replace things like color, taste, and smell. So, if you were to bite into a cookie, Trey could make it so that it tastes like a strawberry tart. As a good example. So it is manipulating the senses, but it is temporary. It is a temporary effect, and that is its limit. And that is Trey's Unique magic. Uh-oh. The person got home. Hold on. Who brought their dog to class? Hey. Who brought their dog to class? It wasn't me. I'm the teacher. I'm the teacher. What the dog studying? Squirrel gonna get detention? Maybe so. Thank you for the bork super chat, Kitty Gaia. Thank you, thank you. It's me, I'm the dog. Oh, Paladin. Control yourself. We're having class. We're having class. Who's the favorite boy from the dog? I don't know. Squirrel. Who's your favorite boy? Do you like Leona? Do you like Ruggy? Oh, you know who she would probably like? Jack. She'd probably like Jack. Am I getting detention because I am late? No. You may sit in your desk and put on your shackles, please, and thank you. Please and thank you. We will talk about Jack later. Be sure you are properly strapped in for class if you're late. So, let's share some of my favorite Trey cards. Here he is, in the garden. Isn't he so cute? Isn't he adorable? Doesn't he look so happy? I like him. Very precious. And then here he is, in his Union birthday card, covered in cake, having the time of his life. Having the time of his life. This is a student that we'll discuss later. But here's Trey. Adorable. Adorable. Nami-sensei, are we gonna have a quiz at the end of class? I will be asking you for your best boy, so you have to be paying attention to figure out who your best boy is. Alright, let's move on to our second upperclassman in Heartslabyul. Our next student... Why? It... Hold on. What happened? Let me remove it and add it again. Hold on, guys. It's because I'm making all the slides. Okay. Let's get back through our slides. Let's go to the right one, please. There we go. Our next student. That didn't happen. Our magical chalkboard is a little confused, okay? Our next student, an upperclassman of Heartslabyul, is Cater Diamond. He is your social media loving, flirty playboy type. He is very into what is known as Magicam in the universe, which is their version of Instagram. Cater is a big fan of it. He's always taking photos. So, let's go over his stats. He is 18. His birthday is February 4th. His height is 176 centimeters. He's not an Instagram model, no, but he is attempting to be an influencer. He is a third-year student. Let's see if we can get Mr. Cater to come out for us. That is definitely not Cater still. Why is it doing this? Oh, why is it doing this? All the other ones are behaving properly. Why is this one doing this? Can I please have Mr. Cater? Can I have Mr. Cater, please? So confused. I'm so confused. Being weird. Cater, Cater. There he is. Hold on. Maybe this will make it work. Alright, Cater. Mr. Cater Diamond? Would you please stand up? Okay. Here he is in his dorm uniform. You can see that he does not don the waistcoat. He wears his tie pretty loose and casual. He keeps his jacket open and his hair in a half ponytail. His hair in a half ponytail, and he's got a little diamond on his cheek. Mr. Cater, you can return to your seat. I pray that you function properly. No, it doesn't want to. Why? Why? Please. I know what to do. I know what to do. Hold on. Hold on. I've got a big brain. I'll just have to do that every time. Okay. Okay. That's what I get for trying to make things nice and fancy. Alright, let's learn more about Mr. Cater. He is right-handed. His favorite food is spicy ramen. I can relate. His hobby is trying out cafes. Okay, my favorite food is not spicy ramen, but I like spicy ramen. I like spicy ramen. Let us discuss his unique magic. Cater's unique magic is called Split Card. It is an ability that makes him able to make clones of himself who can act independently. The more clones there are, the more it strains him, however. But it is great if you need to get multiple tasks done. Great if you need to get multiple tasks done. Nami-sensei needs Carolina Reaper ramen. I would try it. I would try it. Alright, let us view my favorite Cater cards. Here he is in the sorting ceremony robes on his phone. On his phone. But doesn't he look great? Like, look at this. The mood. Wow, Cater, you look so mysterious. And then my second favorite card of him. It's got that cheeky little face. He's painting the roses red. Cater, I can forgive you a lot if you give me that phase. But now it's time for you to go back, okay? Thank you. Okay, so let us move on to our first lower classman student of Heartslabyul. Nami-sensei question, why are there a lot of white roses painted red? Because the Queen of Hearts demands that all roses be red. And they have planted white roses, so they must paint the roses red. Our next student is Ace Trapola. He represents the heart suit of cards. He may look like Hikaru and Karu from Ouran High School Host Club. He's not similar. He doesn't have an even similar voice. It's very disappointing. He's kind of a little shit. He's kind of a little shit. He is 16. Oh, good night, Meep. Have fun with your real school. He is 16. His birthday is September 23rd. His height is 172 centimeters. And he is a first-year student. So he is a brand new student here at Night Raven College. And he immediately got detention. Isn't that so lovely of him? Why don't we have Mr. Ace come step up to the board so you guys can get a better look at him? And there he is. His little piece of shit face. He wears his waistcoat and his tie. His jacket is open, and he's got his red ribbon on. And he looks very bored. You may return to your seat, Ace. So let's find out more about Mr. Ace. He is right-handed. His favorite food is cherry pie. And his hobby is playing card games. Let's cover his unique magic. It's unknown. We don't know it. We don't know it. But he does favor wind magic whenever he does use magic. So that is Mr. Ace Trapola. Let us look at some of his cards. Here he is being cute because Riddle's there to make him cute, and there are the hedgehogs to make him cute. It's quite an adorable scene. Unfortunately, it does feature Ace. Here is his second card that I enjoy. And this was for the Groom for a Day event. He's in a plaid suit. Really quite a choice. Really quite a choice. Let us move on to our final Heartslabyul student, our second lower classman, Mr. Deuce Spade. Look at him, adorable. He's got a spade. He's got a little bitchy resting face. I like him. I mean, look at his features here. Look at the spade on his face. He has a very stoic visage. A very stoic stance. He is what we like to call a bad boy who is attempting to reform. Attempting to reform, as he overheard his mother telling his grandmother that she did not know what to do with him because of the fact that he used to get into fights constantly in middle school. So he has come to Night Raven College and is attempting to be a proper student to make his mother proud. Is that not a good boy or what? And then he tells that student right after he punches someone right in the face. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay, Deuce. You're doing your best. Why don't you come up? Why don't you come up to the board, Mr. Deuce, so that we can get a better look at you? There he is. There he is. His spade. He keeps his jacket one button buttoned. And wears his tie properly and his nice little ribbon. Nice little ribbon. Very prim, very proper. Please drop a cauldron on my head. He will do that for you. He tends to react in situations by summoning cauldrons. I don't know why. You may return to your seat. So, Deuce is 16 years old. His birthday is June 3rd. His height is 173 centimeters, and he is a first-year student. He is right-handed. His favorite food is egg dishes, like another person I know. Unfortunately. And his hobby is magical wheels, which is essentially motorcycles. He is into motorcycles. Let me take a little sip. A little sip. Let us discuss Deuce's unique magic. His unique magic is called Bet the Limit. It is an ability that throws another person's magic back at them, and it is more effective the stronger the opponent is. So he took I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you a little literally. Let's look at his cards. Here he is, being a good boy in the garden. So basically, know you? Yes, that is his ability. Here he is being a good boy in the garden. He doesn't seem to like it though. He's got a pout going on. And here he is being really cool with the hedgehog and the flamingo. He's ready to play some croquet. He's ready to play some croquet. Thank you, Mr. Deuce, for your time. That is the end of our Heartslabyul portion. Nami-sensei, what would happen if Riddle uses his unique magic against Deuce? It happens in the game. However, it happens before Deuce discovers his unique magic. So, we can surmise that it would be a battle of speed. If Deuce were to be able to get his unique magic out before Riddle's could hit him, which seems unlikely because Riddle is a better magician, then we could assume that he could then collar Riddle. However, because Riddle is the one in control of his magic, I do believe it would be safe to say that Riddle would be able to take the collar off immediately. I do believe, in theory, that is what would be the case. But I think Riddle is a better quick draw than Deuce is. I think he's a better quick draw than Deuce. But that's just theory. I think Deuce is also quite smart enough now to not pit himself against Riddle. I think he's figured that one out. They did attempt to battle Riddle at some point in the game. It did not work out for Deuce or Ace. Deuce is baby, yes. Question, do they all use only magic, or some use some form of weapon, like swords or bows. Magic is the primary form. I believe weapons are prohibited on the school property. And magic fights must be sanctioned. It must be a properly challenged duel in order to use magic in combat. You must actually challenge someone. You cannot just fight. There are some rules. Are there any other questions about Heartslabyul students before we move on to our next dorm? Riddle is a very strong magician, yes. So like Harry Potter, I guess yeah, you could compare it to that. The other school may be based on weapons. We don't know much about Royal Sword Academy. I do know that some of the students there do look just straight up like Lalafells. They do just look like Lalafells. If that is all for Heartslabyul questions, we will move on to our next dorm. What is a Lalafell? It is a race that is in Final Fantasy XIV. If you know Munchkins from The Wizard of Oz, a very similar concept. Very similar concept. So they have normal magic like fireballs. They are able to use different magic, yes. They have potions classes, they have defense classes, they have many types of magic that they are able to use beyond their unique magic. Final Fantasy XIV hobbits, yeah, pretty much. Alright, let us move on to our second dorm, Savannaclaw. Savannaclaw is founded on the tenacity of the King of Beasts, who you might know as Scar from The Lion King. This is what the dorm grounds look like. They have a large magical lift arena. And this is the dorm hall itself. Is it really scarred though? Yes. Yes. Let us introduce you to our dorm leader. Is this related to Disney? Yes. Yes, it is. Let us introduce you to the dorm leader of Savannaclaw, Leona. As you can see, he has a scar, and thus he is the representation of Scar in the game. He's got cute little lion ears, bright green eyes, long, luscious hair, some braids, a tattoo. And he's Prince of Afterglow Savannah. He is the Prince of Afterglow Savannah. Let us get a closer look at Mr. Leona Kingscholar. Here he is. You can see that he forgoes his jacket and rolls up his sleeves and just wears this nice bright yellow waistcoat. And he really shows you what a bastard he is. Look at that resting bitch face. You may take your seat now, Leona. He is the dorm leader of Savannaclaw. He is 20 years old. His birthday is July 27th, and his height is 185 centimeters. And he is a third-year student, which you may say, how is he 20 and a third-year student? Well, firstly, he started a year late. He was invited to attend Night Raven College, but he at first denied it until his older brother and his nephew annoyed him enough that he decided that he would go to the school just to get away from him. Or both of them, I should say. He decided to attend the school a year late just to get away from his family. So, he started at 17 as a first year. And despite being quite clever and very adept with magic, he does not care. And so he's had to repeat a year, which is why he is 20 and still in his third year of school. He is marriageable. He's perfectly legal. Alright, let us learn more about Mr. Leona King Scholar. He is right-handed. His favorite food is meat, and he often refers to the main character and others as herbivores. And his hobby is chess. He can also be found most often napping in the greenhouse on the grounds. Let us learn about his unique magic. His unique magic is called King's Roar. After a small chant, he can turn anything he touches into sand. Now, Mr. Leona King Scholar has gone into Overblot. Let us get a look at his Overblot form. Incredible. Incredible. Now that's what I call a good man. All right. Let's take a look at some of my favorite cards of Mr. Leona King Scholar. Here is his latest card for this year's Halloween event. He makes quite the dashing pirate. Here he is in the full form of this outfit, as you can see here, lounging among bones and holding a skull. And here he is in his fairy couture gala wear. Breathtaking. Let us move on to our next student of Savannaclaw. Here is our next student of Savannaclaw, Mr. Ruggy Boogie. Adorable ears, scamp hair. Look at that smile. He goes she. He is a hyena beast man and Paladin's favorite. And Paladin's favorite. Mr. Rogi Bucci may not be the official Vice Storm Leader of Savannaclaw, but he essentially acts as one. Essentially acting as Vice Storm Leader. He takes care of whatever Leona's whims are, and Leona makes sure that Ruggy is taken care of. He may act like he doesn't really care about Ruggy, but he cares about Ruggy. Let's get Mr. Ruggy Bucci to the front of the class so you all can take another look at him. Here he is. Here he is. As you can see, his clothes look a little large on him. His jacket is rolled up and bunched up at the sleeves. You can see here that his shirt is quite large, and so is his vest. And that is because Leona gives Ruggy his hand-me-downs to wear, because Ruggy comes from a very poor neighborhood. So, Leona takes care of him. You may return to your seat, Mr. Ruggy. Ruggy is 17. His birthday is April 18th. His height is 171 centimeters. And he is a second-year student. Let us find out more about Mr. Ruggy Bucci. He is right-handed. His favorite food is donuts. And his hobby is part-time jobs. He is poor. A fun little fact about Mr. Ruggy Bucci: when the students leave the school for the Christmas holidays, he has an arrangement with Dyer Crowley, the headmaster, to take all of the leftover food supplies that would spoil over Christmas break with no students there to eat it. He takes them home to his neighborhood and hands them out to the other people of his neighborhood, because he does live in a very poor neighborhood. He's very sweet. He is a hyena. Just be sure, that is known. He's a hyena. Yes, Ruggy is a good boy. Ruggy is a good boy, and he tries to take care of his own. Let us find out about his unique magic. His unique magic is called Laugh With Me. It is an ability in which he can control the movements of others by making them move the same way he does. So if he were to raise his right hand, you would then raise your own right hand. It was used in a not very good way because Leona asked it of him, but we won't cover their misdeeds. This is just them in their best lights right now, for all the boys. Let's take a look at some of Ruggy's cards. Here he is on his birthday, being treated to a large pile of donuts. Look at him. And look at how lovely Leona, and this is Mr. Jack Howell, look in the background. Adorable. And here is Mr. Ruggy with a kitty cat. I do believe it is a stray cat, and he is attempting to feed it some tuna, and there is Leona watching him in the background. A very, very touching scene. Ruggy is a good boy, and here you can see more of his oversized clothes due to being hand-me-downs. Is this BL? No. There are no BL aspects in Twisted Wonderland. I want to make sure... Okay, yes, okay. I did not give Ruggy 3 cards. I gave 2 people 3 cards and I had to remember if it was Ruggy. I had to remember. Alright, let us move on to our last shipping. Fans do ship them, however, I have not... I personally don't see any ships in the game. I don't see anyone to ship. It's quite amazing how they managed to make a game of an all-boys school, and yet I don't see anything ship-worthy there. That doesn't stop people. Doesn't stop people. Alright, our last student of Savannaclaw is Mr. Jack Howell. You can see his large wolf ears, his frightening demeanor, his sculpted arms. His bicep is bigger than your head, and maybe so, Paladin. Jack is a very good boy. He is a very diligent student. In order to make good grades, he works quite hard. He studies. He makes sure all of his homework is taken care of in order to get his good grades. And he believes in people leading by example. Let us have Mr. Jack Howell up here to get a closer look. Hello, Mr. Jack. Whoopsies. I grabbed the wrong thing. Here he is. He wears a undershirt, has his shirt partially unbuttoned, wears no tie, and has the standard yellow ribbon of Savannaclaw. Thank you for coming up to the class. Mr. Jack, you may return to your seat. He is 16. His birthday is October 11th. His height is 192 centimeters, and he is a first-year student, which means that he becomes quite friendly with the main character, who is also a first-year student. It is safe to assume that most first-year students are friends with the main character. You like his fang necklace? It's pretty cool. Alright, let us learn more about Mr. Jack. He is right-handed. His favorite food is pear compote, and his hobby is cultivating cacti. He likes his succulents. His unique magic is known as Unleashed Beast. It is an ability that allows him to transform into a huge white wolf. My squirrel's wandering, looking sad. Am I furry if I like him? No. He's still mostly a guy. Now let us take a look at some of his cards. that is not Mr. Jack. Are you gonna start being bad too? Here he is in his sorting ceremony robes. There are no ear holes. There are no ear holes. So you must simply hold it on his head. Let me clear out some of these actually. Hold on guys, hold on guys. I'll just unload them. There was a lot of pre-prep for this, okay? There was a lot of pre-prep. Where's my chalk? There it is. So, you can see here that whenever they are wearing their ceremonial robes, they have a special holder for their magical pins. It looks like a key. And here is our second Jack card. You can't help but smile when you look at it. It is his Union birthday card. And here he is shaking all the cake off like a dog. Here he is shaking all the cake off like a dog. He's so cute. He seems so happy. Jack is a very good example of a tsundere or even a kudere. He very much insists that he doesn't care about things, but he very clearly does. And that is our last Savannaclaw student. Are there any questions before we move on to our next dorm? Well, see, he's kind of both. Because while he does insist, while he does care, he also is more of the cold, silent type, usually. I like the students in this dorm. They're very good students. Very good students. It's a very good dorm. Where do I sign up? You must hope that the sorting ceremony puts you into Savannaclaw. The lone wolf, exactly. That is exactly the sort of personality that Jack attempts to be. Cold, silent type, or just shy? Maybe both. Maybe the second, but he is trying to be the first. He definitely tries to keep an air about him that other people do look through. They see through it. Does the leader like to train a lot? Only when it comes to magical lift, and then Leona himself doesn't really train very much. He's much more the lazy lion. You'll find him sleeping most of the time. The only time he really cares is during the actual games. He does put forth effort for that. However, he does have a bit of a nihilistic view when it comes to it, because of the fact that his dorm has lost many times over because a Diasomnia, essentially. Because of Diasomnia, it is near impossible to win against them. Mr. Leona has a very complicated personal life and backstory, and he has done some of the most villainous things compared to the rest of these students, even the ones that have gone into Overblot. This may be a villainous school, but Leona has done actual villainous things. A lot of the others, they don't seem as villainous, but Leona definitely is up there on the villainy scale. Who's meta in the game? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a Japanese app store account in order to access the game. My friend plays it, but I have never played the game. I just look at them and I go, wow, those are good boys. I will say the game is also supposed to be getting an anime at some point. That was recently announced. It was recently announced that it is getting an anime. So representative of Scar, not surprised. Yes, and obviously Mr. Ragibuchi, our hyena, is a representative of the hyena minions that Scar has in the movie. However, Jack is a big question mark. We don't really know what he's based off of other than he's a wolf, because there's no wolves in The Lion King. You didn't play it? No, I have not played it. I don't have easy access to it. I've just become obsessed with it. And have been for I don't know how long now. A few months. Sometimes you and your friends all get obsessed with the same thing at the same time. But I really don't play gachas. I don't play gachas. And I'm the one that's always like, you don't get the money. I know you like the boys, but you don't give them money for some 2D images, okay? Alright? You can look at them all day long online. You don't need to own it in the game. I'm the voice of reason. I'm the voice of reason. Emulator Eeks, my friend plays on both their phone and an emulator, but playing on an emulator makes the rhythm portions very, very difficult to do because of the fact that you need multi-tap. If you had the opportunity to play it, would you? Probably. But I also would prefer waiting for localization because I don't understand enough Japanese to play the game. I especially cannot read enough kanji. I cannot read enough kanji. And there's no furigana. No furigana in the game. So there's that. But Sensei, the PNGs, think of the juicy PNGs. No. The PNGs are right here. They're right here. I can look at them all day long. I've got them all downloaded to my computer. I spent 6 hours getting a whole bunch of them, okay? We have no more actual questions about Savannaclaw. We must move on to our next dorm. Please understand there's 7 dorms and it's already been an hour. Our next dorm is Octavinelle. It is actually a dorm that is underwater. It is an underwater dorm, so here is a look at our dormitory grounds for it. So like me with my friends, I spend so much time collecting these pictures and I just go to the wiki. If I want to look at them, they're right there. I don't have to pay anyone except for my internet service provider. And Paladin plays it or just enjoys the PNGs too? I think Paladin plays it. So this is the Octavinelle crest. Octavinelle is founded on the compassion of the Sea Witch, also known as Ursula. Let us meet our dorm leader. This is Azul Ashen Grotto. He is the dorm leader for Octavinelle. Mr. Azul, if you would please come to the front of the classroom. Here he is. You can see that he wears the top button of his jacket buttoned up. He has the gray, I think it's gray, hold on. I I have a color filter that goes on whenever it gets dark. That's gray. Alright, cool. He has the gray ribbon of his dorm. He wears glasses, has a little beauty mark, and has quite fluffy gray hair. Or silver, depending on what you want to call it. Alright, Mr. Azul, you may take your seat. Let us learn some more about Mr. Azul Ashengrado. He is 17. His birthday is February 24th. His height is 176 centimeters, and he is a second-year student. Mr. Azul, as you can see, is quite dapper, and he very much enjoys business. He is also an octomer, I guess you can say. He is naturally an octopus, but through the use of magic, he is able to take a human form to attend school at Night Raven College. Mr. Azul Ashengrado is right-handed. His favorite food is deep-fried foods. His hobby is collecting coins, and he runs Monstro Lounge Cafe in the Octavinelle dorm. It is quite the hot spot for students. Obviously, Mr. Azul Ashengrado is representative of Ursula in the game. Let us learn about his unique magic. His unique magic is It's a Deal. It is an ability that upon which signing a contract, he is able to confiscate one of the signee's abilities, be it physical or magical, and it can be done without a contract as well. But it is painful, and it overexerts his magic, so it becomes more of a chance of overblot. So, unless the contract conditions are met, he keeps that ability and may also cause a secondary consequence. So the ability acts as collateral, essentially. Mr. Azul Ashengrado has also gone into Overblot. Let us take a look at him now. Oh, you're small. Oh, you're small. Come on, Azul. Don't hide. He's got a very cool Overblot design. As you can see, he goes more into his octopus form here. It's also got the whoosha eye. Let us return him to being small. Now let us look at some of Mr. Azul's cards. I forgot to move it forward. Here is Azul Ashengrado in his sorting ceremony robes. He is offering us something, but I don't think that we should take it. I don't think that we should take it. And here he is with one of his contracts. Would you sign? I mean, look at him. He's got a cane. He's got a contract. He's ready. He's waiting. You're gonna take it? I don't know. I don't know. Good morning, Miss Nami. Am I late? Of course I am. Only a little bit. Only a little bit. I'd need to see the fine print first. That is a wise decision. But he is very dapper. There he goes. Let us learn about the vice dorm leader of Octavinelle. This is Mr. Jade Leach. He is the vice dorm leader and acts as the assistant to Azul Ashengrado in all matters of business in running Monstro Lounge. He is also an eel merman. Mr. Jade, if you could please come to the front of the classroom. Here he is. You can see that he has a dark streak on his left side. His left eye is a bright yellow color. He keeps the top button of his jacket buttoned. He's quite proper in that way. Has this lovely gray ribbon. Yes, he is representative of one of the eel pair, Flotsam and Jetsam. We also have an additional form of Mr. Jade Leach for you to look at today. He does not go into Overblot, however, he is an eel, and we do get to see his eel form in the game. So here we have Mr. Jade's eel form as well. He's quite built. All that swimming. I must go to bed. I've chopped my leg and we'll have to... We'll submit my homework on a later date. Goodbye, good night, sleep well. Thank you for coming by, KB. And thank you, Mr. Jade. So, he is 17. His birthday is November 5th. His height is 190 centimeters, and he is a second-year student. He is right-handed. His favorite food is octopus carpaccio, and his hobby is terrariums. In fact, he is part of the Mountain Lovers Club. He enjoys spending many hours out on mountains collecting things like mushrooms. Let us learn about his unique magic. Jade's unique magic is called Shock the Heart. It is an ability in which whoever looks into his left eye is forced to speak the truth after he asks them a question. However, he may only use this ability once per person, and it may not work on those who are very doubtful or very strong in magic, so he must make sure that their guard is down. The Eel Merman is a fan of mountains? Yes, precisely because of the fact that he is an Eel Merman. After all, if you spend all of your life in the sea, whenever you are on land, you would be fascinated by all the things that you can find. Let us take a look at some of his cards. Here he is, looking adoringly at mushrooms that he has gathered on some of his hikes in the mountain. Very soft, very sweet looking. Here he is on his birthday. You may notice someone is stealing his strawberry. When I first saw this card, I thought, oh, how sweet, he is being given a strawberry. But no. It is being stolen from him. It is being stolen from him. Poor Mr. Jade. Jade, are you the one that has 3? No. Don't look at that. That is Mr. Jade Leech. That is Mr. Jade Leech. Let us talk about our next student for Octavinelle and our last student for Octavinelle. His twin brother, Floyd. As you can see, he is the unpredictable twin who has more of an apparent sadistic streak. Jade does have his own sadistic streak as well. Let's have Mr. Floyd come up in front of the class. Here he is. He looks kind of sad. His shirt is worn in a messy, haphazard way. His waistcoat is on, but it is unbuttoned, and his jacket is also unbuttoned. You can see that, unlike his twin, his dark streak is on his right side, along with his yellow eye being on his right side, as a way to tell them apart. Mr. Floyd also has an eel form. So we shall take a look at that now. Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Floyd. Floyd looks so bored being in this class. I mean, it's a class talking about him. Wouldn't you be like, this is weird, I want to leave? All of them are based on fairy tale villains? Yes, the whole school. Well, except for one boy. Okay, so Floyd is also, you guessed it, 17. His birthday is also November 5th. However, he is 1 centimeter taller than his brother at 191 centimeters, and he is a second-year student. Floyd, unlike his brother, is left-handed. His favorite food is takoyaki, and as you might have noticed, both of the eel twins have a favorite food that is octopus-related. It is in fact said by the twins that if they ever grow bored of Azul, they are likely to just eat him. They have no loyalty. So, his hobby is dancing. Mr. Floyd's unique magic is known as Bind the Heart. It is an ability in which his magic diverts an opponent's attacks, so they always miss. That's brutal? Yes, it is. However, I do believe that the twins feel more loyalty and affection to Azul than they state, because they simply act that they do. But that is what they say. They say that they are with Azul until they grow bored with him. And then they will not follow him, and very likely eat him. Let's take a look at some of Floyd's cards. So here you can see his birthday card, in which he is about to steal the strawberry that we just saw being stolen from Jade. Here he is on Beans Day. I don't know what Beans Day is about, but I do appreciate its name and how lovely and soft Mr. Floyd here looks. And it is Mr. Floyd who also has 3 cards, because if you really... Oh, he's stepping on me. If you were to wish such a thing from Mr. Floyd, you can be stepped upon. Thank you, Mr. Floyd. I did not anticipate that lining up in that way. I didn't think that was gonna happen. I didn't think that was gonna happen. I didn't think that was the case. I didn't think about that one. Happy little accidents, am I right? So that is our final student for Octavinelle. Our final student for Octavinelle. Are there any questions about Octavinelle dorm before we move on? Coincidence? I think not. I didn't plan it. I didn't even check. I didn't think to check it. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Can he step on you again? No. No. I don't desire it. I don't desire it. That card was included for you guys, but it just happened to line up the wrong way. It was an accident. It was an accident. Only Leona can? I don't really want him stepping on me either. I don't want him stepping on me either. I don't want to be stepped on. It might get my clothes dirty. I wear white. I can't be wearing dirty clothes because I got stepped on. That wouldn't be right. X? Why are you Xing? I don't want to be stepped on. Behave. I'll step on you. I have the power. I have the power right now. Come on. You want it? You want it to happen? Behave. You're all locked to your desk anyway. I will not have my students behaving in this manner. This is my classroom. This is my classroom. Oh, goodbye, Ice Stone. Thanks for coming to class. Step on us? No, we're moving on to our next dorm. Thank you for the super chat, Zavi. Joke's on you. I'm into that shit, he says. Thank you, thank you. You can't just chain us up and expect us to dislike it. I mean, you don't have to dislike it, but you are chained to your desk. You are stuck here. This is my classroom, and I decide when you leave. Unless you do actually have obligations, in which please take care of yourself, and if you are tired, please sleep. It is much more important the VOD will be here, please. Anyways, let us move on to our next dorm. Our next dorm is that of Scarabia. Here are the dorm grounds. It is founded on the deliberation of the sorcerer of the desert. Which is to say, it is founded after Jafar. Let us meet our dorm leader of Scarabia. This is Kalim Al-Asim, the dorm leader of Scarabia. Now you might be thinking, hey, all the other dorm leaders have been based off of the Great Seven that their dorm is based on. This man does not look like Jafar, and you would be correct. He is based off of the Sultan. Kaleem Al-Asim is the exception to the rule and an all-around good boy. He does not belong at a villain's school. In fact, it is heavily implied that he bribed his way into the school in order to attend it with our second Scarabia student. Mr. Kaleem, would you please come to the front of the class? Here he is. You can see that his school uniform is quite casual. He wears a large, comfy cardigan. His waistcoat is worn, but it is unbuttoned. He has his magical pin on a sash around his waist. And he wears a much more simple head wrap. In comparison to here, where you can see the design aspect of Iago being worked in. Thank you, Mr. Kaleem. Mr. Kaleem Al-Asim is 17. His birthday is June 25th. His height is that of 168 centimeters, and he is a second-year student. He is right-handed. His favorite food is coconut juice, and his hobby is partying. Let us find out about his unique magic. His unique magic is called Oasis Maker. It is an ability that allows him to summon a large amount of water with only a small amount of magic and effort. Additionally, Mr. Kaleem, being the exception to the rule in not being based on Jafar, is also the exception to the rule in being the only dorm leader thus far who has not gone into Overblot, so he does not have an Overblot form. Let us look at some of his cards. Here he is on a throne. It is said that his family was once royalty, but now they are simply wealthy, and he has so many students that he has lost count of siblings. He has so many siblings that he lost count after 30. That's a lot of kids. What are his parents doing? He belongs to a very wealthy family. Oops, wrong one. Here is his Fairy Couture Gala card. It's got heels on. He's got heels on. You know what they are doing? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. So that is Kaleem Al-Asim. Let us meet our vice dorm leader of Scarabia and our last known student in Scarabia as well. Scarabia is quite rare in having only 2 named students. Our vice dorm leader is Jamil Viper. Here he is. As you can see, he is the one who was based on Jafar. Let us have Mr. Jamil come to the front of the class. Here he is in his school uniform. You can see that he wears a hoodie beneath the jacket and has a red and yellow striped ribbon for his dorm. His hair is half braided, and he has a large chunk that he keeps separate. He also has coins worked into his braid. And he does wear eyeliner. Yeah, his hoodie's pretty cool. Ooh, flame. Thank you, Mr. Jamil. He is 17 years old. His birthday at September 12th. He is 175 centimeters tall, and he is a second-year student. Jamil's family has a long history of serving Kalim's family. And thus, whenever Kalim found out that Jamil was invited to Night Raven College, Kalim insisted on attending as well, because he sees them as friends. Jamil does not. Jamil is right-handed. His favorite food is curry, and his hobby is breakdancing. He is a very talented dancer. Sorry for coming late, Sensei. You're okay. Put your shackles on at your desk and get ready to take your notes. Welcome to class. No, there's been left-handed. Floyd was left-handed. But it is quite rare. Let us find out about Jamil's unique magic. His unique magic is called Snake Whisper. It is an ability that allows him to hypnotize someone who looks him in the eye for some time. It also causes their eye color to change and can be broken out of with strong enough will, mind, or magic. As in, it lasts a shorter amount of time on those people. So, Jamil is quite special in being the only vice dorm leader to ever go into Overblot. Can he talk with Snake Sensei? I don't think he can. That's not addressed. Here is Jamil's Overblot form. Very cool. Let us look at some of his cards. Here is Jamil's birthday card. He does not look like he's happy to be here. He looks like he would much prefer celebrating alone, I would say. And here he is in his dorm uniform. He's got lovely flower petals flowing behind him, and he looks quite graceful in the sunset. Some more water for me. Some more water for me. Jamil can be quite pretty. That is for certain. Alright, that is our last Scarabia student. Are there any questions about Scarabia before we move on to the next dorm? The art on those cards is so beautiful. It is, it is. Scarabia does not get as much attention, but they're still pretty good students, and it is quite an interesting episode because it does take place after Octavinelle. So each episode does involve the students of the previous episode's dorm. So Octavinelle's arc features Leona, And Scarabia's arc features Azul and Jade and Floyd, so it's very nice to be able to have the next episode feature the boys that you just helped out more prominently than other students. Alright, let us move on to our next dorm. This is Pomefiore. As you can see, its dorm grounds are quite lavish. This is its crest. Pomefiore is founded on the unrelenting efforts of the beautiful queen, who is typically known as the evil queen from Snow White. Let us meet our dorm leader. This is Ignihyde. I do believe that's how it's meant to be pronounced, but if it's not, please forgive me. As you can see, he's quite beautiful. And their dorm uniforms are very elaborate. Let us have Mr. Vil come to the front of the class. There he is. This is Mr. Vil with his hair down. You can see that he has a purple ombre in his hair. He wears it braided to keep it nice and neat. His waistcoat is worn properly. He wears a dark gray shirt with his tie, and his jacket is left unbuttoned. His ribbon is that of a purple and red stripe. Why do they have girly faces and Chad bodies? They are ikemen. They are meant to be pretty. Mr. Vil Schoenheit in particular is our anti-toxic masculinity king. And he may go sit down. Thank you, Mr. Vil. Vil is 18. His birthday is April 9th. His height is that of 183 centimeters. He is a third-year student. He is right-handed. His favorite food is hand-pressed smoothies, and his hobby is yoga. Mr. Vil is also an actor and has been since childhood. He is also a social media influencer with, I believe, over 3 million follows on Magicam, and a model. As you could probably tell, he is very into self-care, so he makes sure that he takes proper care of his hair and skin and diet, and he enforces this sort of care onto his dorm as well. He believes that beauty is not something that has to be mutually exclusive with strength. He is a very strong magician. He believes that you can be beautiful and strong. It does not have to be one or the other. Mr. Vil's... Hey. Why'd you do that again? Where's the rest of my slides? Stop doing that. Hold on, guys. Rapid fire. I don't know why it decided it didn't want the rest of my slides. Maybe because there's 80 of them. Oh my gosh, this is so slow. Wait. Where'd they go? Give me my slides. Vil. Why? I have a solution. Why is class scuffed? Thank you. That didn't happen. I guess it does not like having 80 something slides. I guess it doesn't like 80 something slides. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Anyways, Mr. Vil's unique magic is fairest one of all. It is an ability that can put a curse on anything he touches. It is so powerful that even he cannot remove it unless the conditions set are met. Nami's female viewership quietly skyrocketing today? Probably unlikely. I think people just like to hear me talk about things that I like. My viewer analytics are always like 97.7% male. So thanks guys coming to listen to me talk about anime boys. Thanks for listening to me talk about 2D boys. I think they're pretty neat. I think they're pretty neat. That's what I'm here for. Can't say I'm sold on the game, but I am into you talking about it. Thank you. Thank you for attending class today. You like Ikemen too? Hell yeah! I also think 2D boys are pretty neat. They are pretty neat. Look at them. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. We do like boys too, no worries. Oh. I mean, how can you not like these boys? They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. I like them a lot. But I'm doing my best to not be too biased. We already kind of threw that out the window. But you know, for the most part. We'll have more frank discussion of them once we get through all of them. I feel when you will never be an anime boy feels bad, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, you could achieve your dream. Become a VTuber. Become a VTuber. All of this stuff sounds like you're setting up a tabletop RPG, TBH. Let me get the dice. That'd be pretty cool. Oh. Twisted Wonderland board game? That'd be cool. Anyways, Mr. Vil, being a dorm leader and not being an exception to the rule, has gone into overblot. Look at his form. Just incredible, befitting of a queen. Thank you, Mr. Vil. What an interesting form. It is, it is. It's very fancy. Let us meet our vice dorm leader of Pomefiore. Vil is actually a VTuber? No, but they could be. All the models in the game are live 2D models. All the models are live 2D models. So, you know, if the company really wanted to, they could make VTubers. That'd be pretty cool. I'd be down to see some Twisted Wonderland VTubers, but I think that's quite unlikely because of the fact that it is a Disney licensed property. And I don't think Disney's getting into VTubers. This is Rook Hunt. He is the vice dorm leader of Pomefiore. You see, he's got quite the hat, as he represents the hunter from Snow White. And he's got a very berries and creams ass haircut. Let us have Mr. Rook Hunt come to the front of the class. Here he is. You can see that he has a more casual hat for his school uniform. He wears his waistcoat properly buttoned, his jacket open, and his tie nice and neat. Thank you, Mr. Rook. Whoops. What you don't see of Mr. Rook is that he has very Timberland looking boots on. Actually, let me show you. Let me show you Mr. Rook's boots. Who let him out of the house like this? Alright, go sit down, Rook. What's this guy based off of? He is the huntsman from Snow White. He got the Tims. He really does. What is he doing? Why is he wearing those? What are those? Mr. Rook is 18 years old. His birthday is December 2nd, which if you are in the NA time zones or you before the international dateline, it may still be December 2nd for you. Happy birthday, Mr. Rook. He is 177 centimeters tall. And he is a third-year student. Mr. Rook is right-handed. His favorite food is liver. And his hobby is stage play appreciation. Mr. Rook is also quite talented at seeing beauty in everything and everyone. He's quite the cheerleader, and he always will believe in someone's beauty 100%. And he is able to pick it out and point it out and appreciate it, because that is his ultimate goal, is to appreciate beauty for as long as he can. Mr. Rook's unique magic is unknown. Let us take a look at Phil's cards. I forgot Phil's cards. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm sorry, Phil. It hit me right as I went to go pull down the cards. I was like, Phil. I forgot Phil. Hey, look, here's Phil's birthday card. Hey, look, here's Phil's birthday card. There's Rook in the background. Man. I got distracted by his overblot. Darn. Here's Phil's other card. Is pretty cool too. It's pretty cool too. Now, here is Mr. Rook's Happy Beans Day card. I still don't know what Beans Day is. But all beans at me forgetting to show Ville's cards. Look at the way that Mr. Rook is looking at the camera. Wow. He also has his hair in a lovely little ponytail back here. And here is Mr. Rook, being a proper huntsman with his bow and arrow. He is having a little bit of archery today. He's got a very cool look going on with the shadow of his hat cutting across his face. Very cool, Mr. Rook. Mr. Rook Hunt also gives French nicknames to many of the characters. It is quite interesting to see some of his nicknames for the characters, should you decide to look that up on your own. Thank you, Mr. Rook. Let us meet our last Pomefiore student. He is a first year. He is a first-year student. His name is Octavinelle. Here he is. He is representative of the poison apple in Snow White. In fact, he is quite the bad apple himself, and from a more rural country area. He is often said to look like a girl, and he hates it. Let us take a look at Mr. Appel. Here he is. He's got a lovely, whatever color shirt this is. He wears his tie in a bow, quite like Riddle. He's got his waistcoat nice and buttoned and properly on, but that is simply because Ville makes him. He is a little shithead, and he would much sooner not wear it like this. You may go back to your seat, Mr. Appel. He is 16 years old. His birthday is May 6th. His height is 156 centimeters. And he is a first-year student. As such, as a reminder, most first-year students do befriend the MC, or the main character of the game. Appel is right-handed. His favorite food is yakiniku and macarons. His hobby is driving. His unique magic is unknown. Let us take a look at some of Mr. Appel's cards. Here he is, looking quite beautiful and graceful. He would hate this. The MC has a gender? Not really. I guess you could say that the MC has a gender because of the fact that it's an all-boys school. And nobody acts like it's weird for the MC to be there beyond the fact that you're not from that world. So it's kind of easy to assume that the MC is also male. But again, it's not BL. You have no, like, relationship beyond being friends with all the boys at the school. It's kind of interesting because of the fact that it isn't BL, which I assume is also because of Disney. I'm sure Yana Toboso would probably have made it BL, but because it's Disney properties, that's probably not a possibility. But it is quite interesting to have it be an all-boys school and the MC be implied to be male, while it's very clearly a game that's marketed towards females, and yet you also have no deeper relationship with any of the students beyond friendship. So it's kind of like, what's the audience here? Like, it's a little confusing, and yet it works. It shouldn't make sense, but it works. for whatever reason it works. I don't know, I guess because all the characters themselves are just really good. All the characters themselves really just like stand up. They're good, the setting is interesting, the story is interesting, and everybody likes the boys. Interesting that she made it not BL. Like I said, I think it's probably because it's Disney that it's not like explicitly BL, and even then I don't know if it would be good as BL. I don't know if it would be good as BL. Because, like I said, I don't think any of the boys really mesh in a way that isn't just friendly. I really don't. There are people who ship them, but I don't see any appeal in it. They all just work properly as friends. And I don't see anything but friendliness with them. Or, you know, occasionally some of them are rivals or enemies, but yeah, I don't see any shipping opportunities there. That doesn't stop some people, but it's definitely not implied in the game, and it's not anything that I personally see. Not anything I personally see. They were carefully constructed to be that way. Yeah, I think so, which it's quite impressive to me to have a setting where it is a bunch of one, ikemen, and two, it be an all-boys school, which, you know, is pretty common as like a BL setup, but it is written in such a really like wonderfully constructed way that it's not shipping bait or anything. It's not like really doing anything of that sort, and nobody really seems to mesh in that particular way. They're just friends or rivals or enemies or, you know, whatever. They're schoolmates. It's an interesting study, and for sure I would like to be able to dissect it more, to be able to figure out exactly why that is the case and how they managed to write such a thing in such a way. But I don't think I will. I don't think I will. I don't think I want to go into an essay on how Twisted Wonderland is not BL, nor is it really appropriate for BL. Just boys being boys. So when at Disney knew they could bait people, and it's not even bait. It's really not bait. There is no bait in Twisted Wonderland. Even in the personal stories, which is what the cards are from, there's no bait. It's just guys. It's just guys being dudes. I like it. I like guys being dudes together. They're just dudes. My eyes are starting to drop. Can you unchain me from the desk? You may cut your foot off if you need to leave. You may cut your foot off if you need to leave. Alright, let us look at Appel's second. So here you can see what we were talking about earlier with Deuce's hobby of magical wheels. This is a magical wheel. See, you talked about my boy already. I did ARC. Octavinelle was the third dorm. Octavinelle was the third norm. So here is Appel driving a magical wheel. And that is the last student of Pomefiore. If there are no questions about Pomefiore, we will move on to our second to last proper dorm. I'll just have it here waiting. I'm surprised I've managed to not hiccup yet. Until then. I don't think I have. I don't think I have. Alright. So, as you might be able to tell, we don't have an image of the dorm grounds for Ignihyde because there isn't one. So here is the entrance to the dorms of Ignihyde. And here is the Ignihyde crest. Ignihyde is founded on the diligence of the king of the underworld, so it is based on Hades. Ignihyde is also the most recent episode in the game, and it is only partway through that episode, so there is a lot of information that we do not have about the Ignihyde students. You will have to forgive that. Let us meet our dorm leader of Ignihyde, Ignihyde. I like him. You can see that he is based on Hades from Hercules. He's got the flame blue hair. He looks quite broody, and he has wonderfully blue lips. His eyes are a piercing yellow gold color. Let us have Mr. Ignihyde come to the front of the class. And here he is. Here you can see him in his school uniform, which is that of a large oversized hoodie. He's got wonderful blue flaming hair. He looks a little worried. And much like he wished he were bundled up at home. Thank you, Mr. Ignihyde. Mr. Ignihyde is 18 years old. His birthday is December 18th, and his height is that of 183 centimeters. He is a third-year student. Mr. Ignihyde is left-handed, another lefty, of the very few. His favorite food is candy, and his hobby is computer games. As I spoke of during our figures stream, Mr. Ignihyde is also highly socially anxious. He is our little socially anxious gamer boy. He would much prefer to be interacting with digital beings in an otome than another human being face to face. In fact, for a large portion of the beginning of the game, we only saw him as a floating tablet without even an image of his face in order to speak with other students while not being face to face. It is in Pomefiore's episode that Ignihyde must make a speech on stage, and he quite cleverly comes up with a way to handle it, as he simply cannot handle the stage fright of public speaking. He's knees weak, arms spaghetti, very sweaty. He comes up with a perfectly natural sounding text-to-speech program that uses his own voice so that he is able to type his speech while on stage and have it speak for him while he mimes along with the speech. Mr. Ignihyde is also seen to be quite broody. However, whenever he is speaking of something that he is passionate about, he gets quite a maniacal look on his face. I like him. His unique magic is unknown, and due to the fact that we are only partially through Mr. Ignihyde's episode in the game, we have no clue on whether or not he will overblot. So, at present, he does not have an overblot form. Let us take a look at some of Mr. Ignihyde's cards. Here he is, brooding on his bed, in his ceremonial robes. Feet. And here he is in one of his Groom for a Day cards. This is a very good look for him. His hair half pulled back in a ponytail. This darling suit with skull insignia print all over, but it's very subtle. The colors and composition. Whatever this cake is, I will take a bite. Mr. Ignihyde. So that is Ignihyde Shroud. Let us talk about the second and final Ignihyde student. Although that is debatable. This is Ortho Shroud. He is the younger brother question mark of Ignihyde. Let us have Mr. Ortho come to the front of the class. There he is. Here you can see that he has his very robotic cyborg android looking body. He's got very similar hair to that of Mr. Ignihyde, and it is said that Ignihyde has built all of Ortho's bodies. Ignihyde has built and designed all of Ortho's bodies. You may take your seat again, Mr. Ortho. His age is, who knows? His birthday is August 14th. He is 148 centimeters tall, and he is technically not a student. But he is there because Ignihyde is there. Mr. Ortho is right-handed. He has no favorite food. And board games are his hobbies. We don't know anything about Ortho Shroud. As you guessed it, his unique magic is unknown. Taller than most of Kawaii? No, he's not. He's only 148. Unless I think more of my fellow Kawaii girls are taller and they're not. I know he's taller than she. I'm taller than him. Lou is taller than him. I don't know how tall Reina is. I think Reina's taller than him. I don't know about that. I don't have our heights memorized. I think he's taller than Aruru. I'm taller than Reina. Unless I'm insane. Yeah, I'm 167 centimeters. I'm taller than Reina. Nene is also taller than him, so you're just wrong. You're just wrong. He's not taller than most. You're wrong. You're wrong. He's taller than 2. Isn't he taller than she? Or is she actually taller? She is so short. It's so hard to remember. Is she 153? Because if she is 153, then yes, she's taller. I think she's 153, unless I'm wildly mistaken. Still a child? Question mark. He's got fake bodies. He builds and designs all of his bodies. He doesn't grow. Yeah, he's a dude. She is 147? Okay, so she is also shorter. Just barely. Just barely. But that's still most of Kawaii being taller. Oh, 143? Okay, yeah. Okay, I remembered a 3 being there. I remembered a 3 in she's height. Yeah, so most of Kawaii's taller than Ortho. Yeah, but still, he's not taller than most of Kawaii. More of us are taller than him. I knew I wasn't crazy. Anyways, let us take a look at Ortho's cards. Here he is on his birthday, which I will say that his birthday is also referred to as his quote-unquote creation date. So, happy creation day, Ortho! And here is another lovely Ortho card. Wow! Ortho's feet are weird if you do decide to look up his full body. Alright, that is it for Ignihyde. Now, we shall move on to Diasomnia, because quite frankly, I cannot answer any questions you might have about Ignihyde, because I also do not know. You got Tim's too? No. You got weird robot feet. You got weird robot feet. Look up his feet. You'll be like, Ortho, what are your feet? Onwards to Diasomnia. Once again, we do not have the grounds image of Diasomnia, so we do have the entrance to their dorm and their crest. Diasomnia is founded on the elegance of the Thorn Witch, also known as Maleficent. Let us meet our dorm leader of Diasomnia. Everyone, give it up for Malleus Draconia! He is representative of Maleficent. He has wonderful horns. He looks like Sebastian. Look at those gloves. He is also the man who is on my Twisted Wonderland Tamagotchi. I take care of Malleus every day. I take care of Malleus every day. Let us have Mr. Malleus come to the front of the class. Here he is. Oh, sir, you're very close. Oh, Malleus? You're a little close. Mr. Malleus? Yeah, my personal space. Here you can see his horns, his quite sweet little face, his bright green Diasomnia waistcoat. He wears his tie properly, neat and tucked in. You can also see that he has these long extra little pieces of hair. And he has a bright green and silver striped ribbon. He has the voice of an angel, it is true. There is in fact several videos out there of a person who has made custom utaus from the voice acting in the game, which is quite impressive. It is quite impressive to have utau voice banks of each character in the game based solely on the voice acting in the game. I may link one of these videos at the end. Thank you, Mr. Malleus. You may go sit down. You may see that Mr. Malleus is the closest to my birth date. He is, we don't know how old, but probably quite old. He is a fairy. His birthday is January 18th. His height is that of 202 centimeters. However, that is including his horns. And he is a third-year student. Mr. Malleus Draconia is also known as Suno Taro by the MC, which is just a nickname that essentially is calling him like a horn guy. And he's an all-around good boy. He does just want to be invited to things, but most people are too intimidated by Malleus to even talk to him or approach him. He's quite lonely in that regard. Poor Malleus Draconia. He is right-handed. His favorite food is ice cream, and his hobby is visiting abandoned castles. Well, in fact, most students don't even know what Malleus looks like. He spends much of his time wandering abandoned places, and most students are intimidated by him because of the fact that he is a very powerful magician, in fact, possibly the most powerful alive. And thus, people are quite intimidated by him. The MC does not know that he is Malleus for quite a long time, which is why he has the name of Sunotaro. Because it is all we have to call him by. The gap moe of Malleus is very high. Very, very high. In fact, I did not include the disliked food or least favorite food or any of these boys, but they do have them. Malleus's least favorite food is whole cakes, because for 1 year, for his birthday, he decided he wanted to try to eat a whole cake on his own. He did not like the results. Mr. Malleus is also a big fan of gargoyles, and he has 2 Gao Gao Draconcoons, which is basically the Twisted Wonderland version of Tamagotchis. He is a very sweet, lonely guy. Please, love and care him. His unique magic is unknown, and also, as the game has not had the Diasomnia episode, we do not know if he will go into Overblot. However, I am terrified by the concept because he is such a powerful magician that if he goes into Overblot, he could simply destroy the entire school, I'm quite certain. Let us take a look at some of Mr. Malleus's cards. Here he is, walking away from Deuce, taking care of one of his Gao Gao Draconcoons. Look at that precious smile. Protect. Oop, wrong one. And here he is on his birthday. The rest of Diasomnia is having a party inside, and he is out on the balcony looking quite wistful, but with a content smile, I would think. Mr. Malleus, thank you. Please love and protect him. Please love and protect him. Ooh, my voice. Up next, we shall meet the Vice Dorm Leader of Diasomnia, Mr. Lilia Van Rouge. As you can see, he's got quite a sprightly look about him, and he seems to be fond of wearing accessories. Let us have Mr. Lilia Van Rouge come to the front of the classroom. Oh. Again, you're quite close, Lilia. Here you can see that he is also fond of wearing his tie in the bow manner. He has his jacket draped over his shoulders and his bright green waistcoat on display. And look at those pants! And his hair. What a cute little old man. Lilia is probably old as dirt. His birthday is January 1st, but that could be because he is so old that he's just decided to put it on the first day of the year. We simply do not know. His height is that of 158 centimeters, and he is a third-year student. He is responsible for looking after Malleus and protecting him. Lilia is right-handed. His favorite food is tomato juice, and his hobby is traveling alone. I fully understand why, Lilia. I truly do. Some more interesting facts about Lilia Van Rouge is that he dyes his hair. It is naturally black. He tends to dye it pink, although he is quite fond of dyeing it other colors as well. He also cuts his own hair. That's why it looks like this. His unique magic is unknown. Why is this guy in college if he's ancient? Personally, me and my friends think that Lilia is there because of the fact that Malleus is there, and Malleus is very lonely, so it's probably Lilia's idea for Malleus to enroll in school, even though Malleus is probably way too old to be in school as well. So it's just a roundabout, like Lilia wants Malleus to actually socialize with people, and so he's like, hey, let's go be at school, and Malleus is like, okay, and Lilia's there because Malleus is there. That's our theory. That's what we're working with. Yeah, they're just there to be there. It's like, you know, the Bad Vampire series of Twilight, you know, the fact that they keep going to school, even though, like, why would you? I guess you just be lonely at some point. And so you look for the companionship of other people, even if you know that they're going to die before you ever will. Let us look at some of Lilia's cards. Here he is, having just finished being in a scuffle with some rowdy students. That old man didn't even break a sweat. Most impressive. And here he is on his birthday. He's got quite a few bottles of tomato juice around him. He's having a good time. Oopsies. No, don't look at him yet. Let us go to the next student. It is believed that Lilia represents the fairies. No. Lilia represents the dragon form of Maleficent, actually. So, Malleus is Maleficent, but Lilia is the dragon form of Maleficent. Things are quite odd when it comes to Diasomnia and what they represent from the story. In fact, it is also hypothesized, although I don't know if it's confirmed, but it is hypothesized that Mr. Dyer Crowley, our headmaster, is actually meant to represent the raven from Sleeping Beauty, also known as a minion of Maleficent. It's a pretty sound theory in my opinion. Our next student is Silver. As you can see, he has silver hair and a resting bitch face. He reminds me quite a lot of Riku from Kingdom Hearts. He has no other name. He is only Silver. Let us have Mr. Silver come to the front of the class. Here we go. You can see that he wears his tie quite loose, his top button unbuttoned, his waistcoat is the nice bright green of Diasomnia, he has a separate belt on, and a different sort of contraption for his magical pin. Thank you, Mr. Silver. Did I not load Sebek? I didn't load Sebek. Hold on, guys. Where are you? There he is. Okay. Mr. Silver is 17 years old. His birthday is May 15th. His height is 176 centimeters, and he is a second-year student. Silver is quite curiously Lilia and Malleus's foster son. They found him and raised him. So Silver calls Lilia old man. Cause like pops, you know, so you're like, yeah, old man, like when you talk to your dad. So it's, and Lilia named Silver after his silver hair. That's why his name is only Silver. It's kind of weird. Mr. Silver is right-handed. His favorite food is mushroom risotto. And his hobby is training to protect Malleus. He's also quite the sleepy boy. He struggles to stay awake in most circumstances. He wishes he knew how to handle his sleepiness. In fact, Mr. Silver is representative of the needle on the spinning wheel in Sleeping Beauty, and thus that is why he is so sleepy, because it is what pricks Aurora's finger and sends her into her sleep. So, Mr. Silver, I'm afraid I don't think you will ever stop being sleepy. And as you may have guessed, his unique magic is unknown. Let us take a look at Mr. Silver's cards. Here he is, being a Sleeping Beauty himself, in his ceremonial robes, with forest creatures gathered around him. This is a beautiful piece of art. Wrong one. And here he is on his birthday, receiving what I assume is some sort of weapon from Lilia, because our final student here in the back looks quite shocked by it. But he looks pleased. He looks very pleased. Okay. Onwards to our next and final Diasomnia student. This is Sebek Zigvolt. He is representative of Maleficent's lightning powers. As you can see, he looks quite stern. He has a very interesting green for his hair, and it is swooped back in a severe manner. Here is Mr. Sebek up close and personal for you to take another look at. He wears his shirt nice and crisp, his tie perfectly straight, his waistcoat is buttoned, and his jacket is open. As you can see, without his hat on, he's got a little bit of wave to his hair. Thank you, Mr. Sebek. He is 16 years old. His birthday is March 17th, and his height is that of 188 centimeters. He is a first-year student, which means he will more than likely befriend the main character. Mr. Sebek is our final left-handed man. His favorite food is salmon carpaccio, and his hobby is being useful to the young master, as in Malleus, or reading. In fact, Sebek is so dedicated to Malleus that he keeps a picture of him in his room that he says hello every time he enters the room. And then he says goodbye whenever he leaves the room too as well. He is incredibly dedicated and takes his job of protecting Malleus very seriously. He is quite the hot-blooded knight. And of course, his unique magic is unknown. Let us take a look at Mr. Sebek's cards. I didn't load his cards. How did I miss Sebek? How did I miss Sebek? God damn it. Nobody say anything. No, I'm getting his cards. I downloaded them. We're putting them up. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. I have his cards, I promise. Where are they? I'm sorry, Sebek. I was panicking. I was trying to finish really quickly. Sebek. Here is Mr. Sebek's cards. Here he is in his ceremonial robe pouring some tea from a very high position. He looks quite peaceful, does he not? He's probably making tea for Malleus. And here he is being the birthday boy. Quite a wide grin he has. What does he look so triumphant about? I don't know. Now, we do have one final dorm question mark to cover. And that is that of Ramshackle dorm. It is not officially a dorm, but it is a dorm that is abandoned on the school grounds, and it is haunted by ghosts. I'm not quite sure why it exists if there's only 7 grade ones, but yet here it is. Ramshackle dorm is where the main character lives, who is faceless. So I cannot show you the main character, but I can show you Grim. Here's Grim. And here's Grim. He's a stupid, shitty cat. Now let's take a look at his card. Isn't that adorable? First anniversary card with all of the first years. And Grim. Wonderful! And with that, our lesson is done. Please, at this time, be sure to share with the class who your best boy is. Actually, wait, let me see if I can make a poll. Let me see if I can make like a straw poll. I have to go to bed because it's very late. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for coming by. Have a good sleep. Let me see if I can make a straw poll. Move. Thank you. Okay. Alright. Right. We've got the riddle. Trey. Okay, yes. Alright, hold on. Hold on while I make a dorm. A dorm? Hello? A poll? Keter. Ace. Deuce. Leona. Ruggy. Jack. That's partially capitalized. Let's not do that. Jack. Azul. Jade. Floyd. Kaleem. Jamil. Who comes after Scarabia? Pomefiore. Vil. Rook. Appel. Well, I'm so sorry. I hit my mic. I'm sorry. Edia. Ortho. Malleus. Lilia. Silver. Sebek. I guess I'll put Grim. And twist. Best boy. Is that everyone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yep. 22 plus Grim. Stinky cat. Alright. Let's get our poll up. Please vote in the poll to show who your best boy is. Can we be unchained from our desk now? You have to finish your quiz first. You have to finish your quiz first. The main character is a squatter. No, you kind of get pulled into the world of Twisted Wonderland, and you're like really trying to find a way home. And Crowley is supposed to be trying to find a way to get you home. But until then, you and Grim are enrolled as a singular student. Like you're both half a student because you can't do magic, but Grim can do magic, but you can kind of tame him. So you're both enrolled as one student. But you're half a student. Because otherwise your deal was that you get to be there as the janitor. Can I random? I didn't pay attention in class? No. No. I don't know if this is just broken. I'm not seeing any results. Man, am I gonna have to make a different one? Oh, it's all broken. I get to type them all again. Great. That's okay, hold on. Riddle. Trey. Cater. East. Deuce. Leona. Ruggy. Jack. Azul. Jade. Lloyd. Kaleem. Jamil. Oh, thank you, Zavi. May I have another gamer bottle? I guess. Thank you for the donation. Jamil, Pomefiore. Vil. Rook. Appel. Edia. Ortho. Malleus. Lilia. Silver. Sebek. Grim. That should be everyone. I'm not counting again. Alright! Different poll! Let's go! If it doesn't work this time, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, it's working. I voted. Different poll! This one's fun. I get to see it all move in real time. Yeah, this one works. I didn't even really finish eating my dinner. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Deuce Chads. Crowley's not on the list? No, because I didn't really cover him properly. Take off our shackles and let's go eat, but I have my food right here. I'm eating. Who is voting for Grim? Stop that! I'm gonna leave you shackled to your chairs. Anyone who voted for Grim doesn't get to leave school. You have to go through re-education. At least no one's voted for Ace. Who voted for Grim after I said don't vote for Grim? I knew I shouldn't have put Grim on the poll. We're getting skewed statistics. Another one! Stop it! Vote for the real best boy! Someone unvoted Grim. Good. No, now there's 7 Grim votes. Stop it! Grim is not a best boy. Who did you vote for? My husband. Yeah, you can unvote. Are you all unvoting to vote Grim? What is going on here? See, my husband. Here he is. Don't we look good together? Haha. Wow, Leona. He's actually way taller than me. Wow, Leona. I like him. He's unwell. You guys want to see my second best boy? My second best boy, Idia. When I first saw them, I thought Idia was gonna be my best boy, right? Because I was like, wow, broody, sad boy, I like him. And then I started to get to know them, and then I was like, oh, Leona. You're an asshole, and you got nice long hair. Let's go. Let's go. I like them unwell. We've been over this, okay? My fictional taste is bad boy. My real life taste, I would probably hate Leona. I would probably hate Leona in like real life. But for a 2D boy, that's exactly what I'm about. Look at him. Terrible. Look at him. Sad. I'm gonna de-glasses. I'm no longer the teacher. I'm here to have an open, honest discussion. Why are there still 7 votes on Grim? You're all terrible students. I didn't even really talk about Grim. Terrible students. Same with Sundares. Great in 2D, terrible IRL, yeah. Someone voted for Trey? Hey, Trey got a vote. Who voted for Ace? Take it back. Take it back. Deuce won me over with his style choice. I like Deuce. Deuce is a good boy. After the polling, can you show the result? I mean, you can see it right now. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to like actually show it because of the fact that it's so long. It's in like 2 parts. It's in like 2 parts. Never vote for Grim. Kaleem forever the homie. Kaleem's pretty good. Voted for Silver because you reminded me of Grimnir from GBF or B. Silver's a pretty good boy. Silver's a pretty good boy. At least so far. There is more that you can learn about them, even outside of the main story episodes right now, if you look at their personal stories, which if you look up the wiki for Twisted Wonderland, you can read a lot of the stuff translated there because, again, it's not localized in English. Which I'll say the wiki is actually now Mira Heze instead of a wiki. But if you go to like the fandom, it'll lead you to the new site that actually has all the updated stuff if you want to look it up. If you want to look it up. All the votes keep shifting. There's only 43 votes. How do things keep moving around? What are y'all doing? I'm watching things dance around. Holy cow. What are you doing? Who is changing their votes? Someone is playing musical votes. Everyone's got at least one now. I cannot keep up with this. How am I supposed to look at what the results are gonna be if you guys keep playing musical votes? Following the beat of your BGM, I'll turn it off. My bad, Sensei. I was playing Tetris with the Vozavi. You're getting locked to your desk all night. No shackles off for you. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, if you want to throw your hardworking Sensei a tip, I won't say no. I'm mostly kidding. I'm mostly kidding. No, wait, no, yeah, you're getting locked to your desk all night. Sorry. Sorry. Misbehaving, that's the punishment. I don't get paid enough for this. Exactly. I slave away all day on a lesson plan, and then someone wants to play Dance Revolution with my pole. Mostly kidding. Yeah, always mostly kidding. Thank you, Ark, for the donation, for the $5. A tip for a hardworking sensei. Thank you, thank you. And thank you, Hannibal Feather, for the $5. I don't care if you were kidding. Thank you, thank you. You guys can be released from your shackles. Nami Sensei, I was doing other things and I lost the lore explanation. Can I do the test another day? Yes, you can. You can leave it in the comments. Guess I'll just take the desk with me then. It's bolted in. You can't. And thank you, Comrade Mai. Everyone has a vote. Everyone is best boy. I think there is a best boy to be found in everyone in the game. Truthfully, there is someone for everyone's flavor. But also thank you so much, Dark Star. Thank you. The double standards are real? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. These are all very well-behaved students. They get to be unshackled. I was just being honest. What did you learn today? What if I'm strong like Leona? Can I take the desk with me? I don't think Leona could rip it out of the floor. Unless he used his unique magic to turn the bolts into sand. But I don't think you have Leona's unique magic because it's a unique magic, so only he has it. I have blue flaming hair in real life, not unrealistic at all. Oh, really? Oh, really? It looks like the votes have stopped dancing. I'm taking it away. No more dancing. Didn't say I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy listening to your sweet voice. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you for that super chat. Who is dancing again? Who is dancing again? I was going to show the results on screen, but if you're gonna make them dance again, I guess we won't. I learned to play more Tetris with the votes. Thank you, Zavi, but also stop it. Thank you, but also cut it out. Cut it out. Actually, move it over here. Sorry, Leona. It looks like we're clocking in, with Grim having 7 votes. Deuce has 3 votes. Leona has 3 votes. Ruggy has 3 votes. Appel has 3 votes. How do you look at Appel and be like, oh yeah, Appel. Oh yeah, Appel. I hate Appel. You know what I got on my Tamagotchi first? You know what I got on my Twisted Wonderland Tamagotchi first? I got Appel. I let him die. I let him die slowly over several days. I neglected him until he left. There's not many Twisted Wonderland boys I don't like, but I do hate Appel. I do hate Appel. He is cute, but he wastes it with a shitty attitude. Thank you for that super chat. Pointless speculations. Here's your tip, Sensei. I'm almost certain I didn't sign up for this course, but it's hard to argue with these shackles. Yeah, right? It's pretty convincing. I think it's a good extracurricular class. Brutal Nami unhealing them as he expected. I don't know what you're talking about. Edia, 3 votes. Ace, 2 votes. Floyd, 2 votes. Malleus, 2 votes. You guys were supposed to love and protect them better. Silver, 2 votes. Riddle, 1 vote. I'm glad to see Riddle got some love. I like Riddle. He's a good boy. Trey, 1 vote. Cater, 1 vote. Trey and Cater both have very, like, the people that like Trey and Cater really like Trey and Cater. Someone made Ortho jump up to 2 votes. And down. Jack, 1 vote. Azul, 1 vote. Jade, 1 vote. Kaleem, 1 vote. Jamil, 1 vote. Vil, 1 vote. Rook, 1 vote. Ortho, 1 vote. Lilia, 1 vote. And Sebek, 1 vote. A best boy can be found in everyone. My friend has, or had Azul on their Twisted Wonderland Tamagotchi, but he died. I don't know what happened. I was like, I guess he got bored and just took himself out. Very unfortunately. But I do have the Azul Nindoroid. So it could be worse. It could be worse. Yeah, big F. Big F for that Azul. Here, wait, you guys wanna... Check this out, check this out. Let's go have recess. Recess! Woohoo! All the good boys who weren't playing musical chairs with my vote can be freed from their shackles and go to the yard. Good boys get to have recess. Time to go trade Pokemon cards? Yeah, you guys want the chime again? Here, we can run the chime again to really fully announce freedom. Where's my chime? There it is. Playground! Let's go! I'm late again. We just ended. We just ended class. Yeah, I had the chime. Listen, my production level's high. My production levels are high. I care about these boys. Can I go? No, Zavi, you're still in the classroom. You're still in the classroom. I love how even here we are surrounded by massive walls. We can never truly escape, can we? Why would you want to leave? Why would you want to leave? I don't understand. Me, your sensei, right here. These good boys, right here. Why would you want to leave? Look here, there's more of our boys, look. Let's get more of our really good boys here so you guys can see that all of our friends are here. All of your best boys are here, right? Look, Deuce is here. Why would you want to leave? Deuce is here. He says, hey guys, what are you talking about? Why would you want to leave? Why would you ever want to leave school? Everything's super cool here. Everything's cool here. We're all having a good time together, right? Right? Everything's super cool here with Deuce, your friend Deuce. Can I at least get a sandwich? I'm hungry. Yeah, you can have a sandwich, Savvy. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Something about this seems off? No, everything's okay. It's just me, your buddy Deuce. Your buddy Deuce. Everything's fine here at school with your buddy Deuce. What could ever be wrong here with me, Deuce? Look, you can even have a minchi katsu sandwich. Look how lucky you are, Zavi. Minchi katsu. All deuced up with nowhere to go. All deuced up and nowhere to go. And look, we've got it's your friend Floyd. Floyd says, hey guys, haven't you thought about being here forever and ever and ever? We don't need to leave. Sensei will look after us. Sensei will take care of us, right? Sensei has our best interest at heart. We don't need to go anywhere. Sensei knows what we need. That's right, Floyd. Sensei is so wise. Sensei is so wise and smart. Why would we ever leave Sensei? Hey, it's me, Kaleem. I heard my good little friend was calling for me. Did you guys know? Sensei is the best. I would never want to go anywhere that Sensei isn't. Sensei is the life of the party. And I would know. I'm Kaleem. My hobby is partying. Oh, look, it's Jamil. Jamil came out for recess too. Kaleem may be stupid and annoying and I hate him because I've had to take care of him my whole life. But he's right in this situation. Sensei knows what's going on. Sensei will take care of everything. I won't have to deal with Kaleem anymore because Sensei's gonna take care of him. And all of us. Wow. Wow, Jamil, that's so kind of you. Wow, Jamil. Thanks for that vote of confidence. Thanks for that vote of confidence, Jamil. Oh, and what's this? Oh, Ruggy too? He says, she. Imagine ever wanting to leave Sensei's side. She. Only idiots would do that. I know I'm best with my senpai and my sensei. Hee. The rules strictly forbid leaving Sensei. I'm here to protect the rules, and if Sensei says that leaving is against the rules, I will stop everyone. I will stop anyone trying to leave. Wow, Riddle! Thanks for being such an upstanding student and taking care of handling enforcing the rules. Where would we be without you? Where would we be without you? What a good boy. Oh, what's that, Trey? Trey, you're gonna bake us some fresh cookies so that we can stay here and have delicious snacks? That's right, Sensei. I've got some Marin tarts coming up. I can make them taste like whatever you want. Why would you ever want to leave? You could have a full steak dinner, but it be a strawberry tart or a delicious cookie. But it could taste exactly like your favorite food. Me and all the others can take care of you. Just like Sensei asked. Wow, Trey. You're so dedicated. You're so dedicated, Trey. Taking care of all these other students. Helping your sweet Sensei. Helping your sweet Sensei. Thanks, Trey. Zabi, frick you, Riddle. I did nothing wrong. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Oh, and what's this? Malleus? I like being with Sensei. Sensei invites me to be with her forever. Nobody ever invites me to go anywhere. Nobody invites me to anything. But Sensei invited me to stay here with her. Why would I ever leave? Aw, Malleus, I just want to make sure you're taken care of, bud. Bud? Someone's gotta look after ya. I know Lilia does his best, but I gotta make sure that your social needs are handled too. Right, guys? all your lovely friends here, telling you that it's best to stay here with me, your sensei. Why would you ever leave? Why would you ever leave? I'm here to take care of you. Sensei knows what's best. Sensei knows what's best for you. You would never doubt your sensei. Right? You would never doubt your sensei, right? You and me and all of our friends, all of our classmates, all of our schoolmates. Sensei knows what's best. Right? Say. Sensei, I want to be here forever. Sensei, I love being here with you at your school. Sensei, I can't wait to have more lessons. Sensei, I'm ready to go back to the classroom. I'm tired with recess. Please put me back in my shackles. I know my sensei will do her very best to keep me safe and sound and taken care of, and I don't need to go anywhere else, so why would I ever want to leave my shackles, right? Something tells me we don't have a choice. Oh no, Dark Star, of course you have a choice. But why would you ever choose to leave your sensei? And thank you for that super chat. Only sensei. I still need to use the bathroom. Well, that's okay, Pilot Light. We've got plenty of little gamer bottles for you. Got plenty of little gamer bottles for you. Guys, unshackle me right now. I'm scared, please. Oh, no, no, no. Why would they ever let you out? They're going back to their shackles too, right? They're going back to their shackles too. We do have a choice. It's just the easiest choice we could ever make. Exactly. Why would you ever make a different choice? I'm here. All your friends are here. Sensei. Sensei will take care of you. Sensei will take care of you. I'll teach you all the things that you ever need to know about the world, so you don't ever have to go back out into it, right? You can experience it all in the classroom. I'll teach you everything you need to know exactly as you need to know it. Exactly as you need to know it. Say, sensei, 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 sensei. We love sensei, we love sensei, we love sensei. Right? We love sensei, we love sensei, we love sensei. We love sensei, we love sensei, we love sensei. We love sensei, we love sensei, we love sensei, we love sensei, we love sensei. Hi, Rail. I could eat them. We love sensei, we love sensei, we love sensei. I love sensei, I love sensei, I love sensei. I love you, Sensei. Thank you, Mabu. All I did was play Tetris? Well, that's unfortunate, Zabi. Thank you, Ark, for understanding all you need is Sensei. All you need is Sensei. Sensei putting the education and re-education? Listen. You don't need to go anywhere to learn about the world. I'll tell you right here in my classroom. I love Sensei Nami. You bet you do, Miguel. You bet you do, Miguel. I love you, Sensei. That's right. That's right. Sensei. Everything's great here. Everything's great here. Listen, our lovely little sound, our lovely little music. Bum 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 bum. Why do you think Nene would save you? She's a sensei too. Nene, don't you think that students are best staying with their teachers? Don't you think students are best staying with their senseis? Right? Right, Nene? Right, Nene sensei? Who would ever want to leave our school? Are you there, Sensei? Yes, we just finished class. We're out for a nice recess. All of their lovely friends that I taught them about today were telling them, hey, it's best to stay with Sensei. It's best to stay with Sensei. Does class ever end? Only momentarily. Only momentarily. Like Riddle, Deuce, Malleus, Jade, Leona, Jamil, Kaleem, Edia, Floyd, Ruggy, Trey, they all say stay with Sensei. They all say stay with Sensei. Nana said me please. All I did was play Tetris and now I'm locked down in shackles with 2 gamer bottles and a dry sandwich. Minchikatsu isn't dry. Need to go eat? May I leave? The cafeteria's over there. The cafeteria's right over there. Minchikatsu deluxe sandwiches. We've got curry pon. We've got melon pon. Delicious treats to eat. Delicious treats to eat. The juice tasted sus? No. Lilia wouldn't have us messing with juice. He likes his tomato juice. We can't do anything to it. We can't upset our darling Lilia. Our sweet old man, right? Sensei, we don't have meep self-control. Keeping us here is why your settlement has a bee problem. You've got gamer bottles. You've got gamer bottles. No, Zavi. Let some Hiroji show you the way to the cafeteria. We're gonna have lunch with Sensei. Yeah, and the homies. Yeah, everyone's here. Everyone's here. It's like when you're in school and it's like a special treat to get to eat lunch with your Sensei. It's a special treat. You get to eat lunch with your Sensei. All of us together. The bottles aren't even RGB. Well, maybe you're not dehydrated enough to get some of those other colors going on. Sorry. Sorry, that was gross. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. Is blue, I've got other problems? Yeah, you probably do. You can get the G with some antibiotics. You got an infection, you need to take some antibiotics, we can get that G. Calling the cops, teacher harassed a student? I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? I haven't done anything. Why do the noodles taste like spoiled noodles? They're perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with them. It especially doesn't have a bitter almond smell or taste to it, right? There's no bitter almond here. That would be weird. That'd be crazy if something tasted like bitter almond. Be so crazy if something had a bitter almond smell. Like, where would I even get cyanide for that, right? Where would I even get the cyanide for that? I love bitter almonds. Right, she? Right? Yummy bitter almonds. Yum yum. Haha, yeah, that'd be weird. Yeah, that'd be so weird. Maybe it's just Trey playing a little trick with his unique magic, right? Doodle suit? Trey's just using a little doodle suit to make it smell like bitter almonds. He's just playing a little prank, bro. He's just playing a little prank, bro. Everything's fine. Oh, Trey, you kidder. I can't believe you would make it smell like bitter almonds like that. I can't believe you'd make it smell like bitter almonds like that. That's silly. That's silly. They might think they're getting poisoned, Trey. We would never have such a thing at our school. No, no, no. No, no, no. Sensei takes care of her students. It's not poison, it's just a prank. Exactly, it's just pranks. It's just Trey playing a little prank. It's just a little prank. Trey that kidder. Trey that kidder. Will he stop playing those little jokes? Oh, Trey. Oh, Trey. That's silly. That's silly. Trey be like, haha, yeah, it's just my doodle suit. Haha, I thought it'd be funny, right, Sensei? Ah, Trey, come on. You're gonna make people worried. Well, you know, Sensei, I thought it was pretty funny at the time, Sensei, especially because, you know, it's Marin tart, so, you know, it's already almond. It's already almond, so, you know, making it like bitter doesn't, you know, it's not that big of a difference, right, Sensei? Oh, you know, I guess that's true, Trey. I guess that's true, Trey. Maybe you just use some bad almonds, right? Maybe you just use some bad almonds in your cooking, Trey. I don't know about that, Sensei. I'm pretty careful about my ingredients. After all, they're very important in baking. Maybe so, Trey. Maybe so. Haha, funny doodle soup prank. Funny doodle soup prank. Fun times with Trey's unique magic. That magic is super useful. We can get pizza flavored salad. Yeah. Yeah. No poison here. As they say, all fungi are edible. Some fungi is only edible once. Yeah. Look, and Jade? Jade knows where to get lots of good fungi, right, Jade? Right, Jade? Yeah, I love hiking in the mountain for hours at a time, and I pick up fungi. Pick up those mushrooms, bro. I pick up those mushrooms, and we make terrariums with them. Wow. Yeah, maybe you had one of my mushrooms, bro. Maybe you had one of my mushrooms, bro. I don't know which ones are safe to eat, because I'm just an eel man. I'm just an eel man. Right? Sensei, just a heads up. Parents let me ingest small doses of poisons to build up immunity, so I'm sure glad this doesn't have cyanide, right? Yeah. No, there's no cyanide. There's no cyanide in there. There's no cyanide in there. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, it says mushroom risotto. Mushroom risotto, you know. I'm glad you guys can remember that people like mushroom risotto. Delicious. Definitely not going to kill you. Why does everything taste like copper? Maybe you got a nosebleed. Maybe you got a nosebleed and it's going into your mouth now. You should take care of that. I can't be shackled down here forever. I got fork meetings to attend. Sensei, please understand. What is a fork meeting? Explain to me your fork meetings. And maybe I'll consider it. Maybe I'll consider it. Tell me about your fork meetings. Nina? Well, she's not a teacher. Nina's not a teacher. That's not happening at school. Last time I checked, Nina wasn't hired here. Nina's not hired here. She's not Sensei. She's not one of your Sensei. I'm your Sensei. What's fork meeting, right guys? Yeah, what's fork meeting? What is that? You wouldn't leave school to go to a fork meeting, would you? You wouldn't leave school to go to a fork meeting, would you? Part of the fork cult? Nina is my fork leader, you must understand. No, I don't. We only have spoons here. Spoons and hashi. Spoons and chopsticks. There's no forks. We don't have forks at this school. Taking the time to study the boys of Twisted Wonderland to pick the best boys. See? That's exactly what you do here. Mai's got it right. Why can't you figure it out, Zavi? Still tastes a bit off, Sensei. I'm just gonna put some sodium nitrate in my meal. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You don't need that. You don't need that. Everything is perfectly seasoned. Perfectly seasoned. Exactly as it is. Perfectly seasoned. Exactly as it is. Nothing weird going on in Sensei's lunch. Nothing weird going on here. Nothing weird going on here. Everything is okay. Everything is fine. Thank goodness I had a bottle of mayo stashed in my right pocket. Don't worry, there's plenty of mayo here at Sensei School. Plenty of mayo here at Sensei School. Nothing weird, you're right. This is just a normal kawaii stream. Yeah, exactly. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. You know what? I think we should all have a lovely overnight school sleepover. Let's have a sleepover, right? Everyone, you ready to tuck in? 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 Are you ready? Hi, Riddle. Hi, my little guy. Let's just move you back. Hi. Are you ready to tuck in? Are you ready to tuck in? Yay, sleepover, yay! Let's go to sleep. Let's go to sleep. Say, Sensei, I'm tired. Sensei, let's sleep. Sensei, let's sleep. All aboard to Sleepy Time Junction. Somebody's taking the train to Sleepy Time Junction. Somebody is so tired they can barely function. Right? Let's go to Sleepy Time Junction. Alright, everyone. Get ready. Get ready to go to sleep. Get ready to go to sleep. Are you ready? Okay. Good night. night, students. I'll see you in the morning. Remember, Sensei loves you. Good night.